Okay. I think we're live. Say hi. Let me know if you're here, and if you're new, give me a hey. Tell me where you're from. I'm excited today. Like really excited, you guys. I have been waiting for 2 weeks. And for a crafter, that's something. And so that's like a long time for a crafter to wait 2 weeks. Because if you're a crafter like me, like crafters want their stuff like in the next hour. So companies that ship quickly and have fabulous customer service are like, they're my favorite. So, but sometimes you can't help it. I have been waiting for this company's new release to hit the United States somewhere, and I couldn't, nobody gets it right away. And sometimes, I don't know if you guys know behind the scenes, some companies, they won't release their stuff right away to any of their wholesalers. And it might be a couple of weeks or even longer. And so I think that that's what happens with this company. I think they want to sell as much as they can, and that's fine. I get that. That's their business model, and that's how it works. And so so I couldn't wait any longer. I kept checking and checking and checking, and nobody here in the United States had the new release yet. So I broke down and I ordered. And I think it's Lavinia Stamps, you guys. If you follow me, you know I don't make it very, I don't always use Lavinia in a live, and I don't do it a lot in videos and stuff, but I love Lavinia. Like if I'm gonna make something just for me and feel like an artist, really, Lavinia stamps they're my thing. And so here's some pics of some cards that I've made. I actually made this one, I believe, in a live on Facebook last fall. Love this one. Don't ask me the name of this fairy. I don't know, and I didn't look before I started. This one, I believe I have a video on YouTube already. It is my #1 watched video on YouTube. So if you want to know how I made this card, go watch that video. And I do love this card, and obviously a lot of other people do too, so that makes me happy. It's that ink blended background. It's just fabulous. I love it. It's what makes or breaks, I think, the scenes for Lavinia. So, and then this one is, I think this one might be my #2 watched video on my YouTube channel. And this one is also, I have a tutorial on this one. And I think I used my Catherine Pooler inks on this background. So you can go watch this one also when we're all done. So, I mean, I love it. I think I created this one on a Facebook Live last year, but it's not on my YouTube channel, with this elk. And I did the, I was going for the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights in the background. And then I did this one, and this one is a combination of Altenew floral stamps combined with Lavinia stamps. Something to think about, trying to combine different stamp companies to create a scene. And I wanted these two little fairies gazing at the moon to be under this big floral canopy. And so I think I watercolored those flowers with my Zig brush markers. So one of my favorites right there in a slimline card. And I really do love this one too. This one, you'd have to go to my Facebook channel to find that one. So some of, some of my favorite stamps are Lavinia. And I love to create Lavinia scenes and ink blend. You guys know me. I love to ink blend and create scenes. That's what it comes down to. But I love the Lavinia stamps. So I'm so excited that I actually received my package after 2 weeks. No fault of them. It's got to go through customs. It takes a while coming from overseas. So I've been waiting and waiting, and you guys, it came today, and I'm so excited. So I thought we would do an unboxing together because I don't know about you guys, but I love to see unboxings. I mean, a true unboxing where someone is like, a true unboxing. They haven't opened it earlier and everything, so it's like exciting to see it. I got a card in the mail today from Sue. Good timing. Hi, Sue. I got a card from you in the mail today. So I thought I'd open it and share it, and I just now opened it. So I know, Sue, I have a really fun unboxing. I'm so excited. I wanted to share it with everybody. So let's look at this card from Sue. It says, Erin, thanks for all your lives and your cards. P.S. Enjoying a cup of tea. Be safe, Sue. Oh, look what Sue sent me, you guys. Sue sent me tea because one evening we were talking about tea. Thank you, green tea. Oh, it was inside out, the card was. Look. So here's the front. I'm dropping the tea bags. Look how pretty. Thank you, Sue. That is beautiful. Love those butterflies. They're heat embossed, I'm guessing in clear on the front of that card. That's a beautiful card. Thank you, Sue. I love it. And she says, thank you for the lives. And she sent me some tea. Thank you, Sue. I really appreciate that. That's so kind of you. I love to receive happy mail. So nice. And I tell you, you guys, I don't know if you watch my lives very often, but I love to do giveaways. And Sue, we all need to like chip in on a lottery ticket, and Sue's going to pick our numbers because Sue wins all the time on my lives, like all the time. So thank you, Sue. That's such a kind card. I love to receive happy mail, and I like to share it also. So you guys, without further ado, are you ready? Let's go top down. Oh wait, we'll do both so you can see my face if you need to. And you'll see, if you noticed, I have not cleaned. If any of you were here the other night and you thought I'd clean my craft room, you were wrong because I didn't. I haven't had time. Okay, are you ready? Look, here. There's about 3 or 4 international shipping labels on this package from Lavinia Stamps, and I don't have any affiliate links or anywhere in the United States that you guys can go buy these brand new stamps yet because I don't think anybody's got them yet. I keep looking and looking and looking, and they're not here. So I had to order from overseas, and ooh, Sue, did you miss my pictures? Let's go back for Sue real fast. Look, Sue, magical, magical fairies. Seriously, one of my favorite companies. Look, these are cards that I've created. I have a video for that one and that one here on YouTube. So when we're finished, Sue, you'll have to go watch. This one has all to new florals I mixed with those cute little fairies. And there we go. So, Sue, once in a while I create with Lavinia. And now with this, I'll be definitely going live soon. And we'll be creating some more things. So I know, aren't those fairies so cute? I love Lavinia fairies. The stamps are very detailed. And if you use your VersaFine Clair inks, the pigment inks, they are magical. Seriously. Tracy is the designer owner, and she does a phenomenal job. That's it, you guys. Nothing else in there. I got it all out. So, let's see. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys. Because I can't even remember what I ordered, but it was a lot. So, let's see from the side. So, here you go. This out. Ooh, I spent so much. They sent me, oh, look how cute. A Lavinia. I guess this is chocolate. And I'm not eating chocolate. I'll have to give it to my Sue crafter. My husband, by the way, when he should be working, but I think he's monitoring this. He's my technical director, and we call him my Sue person. So if you're watching comments and you see Sue person, say hey to my hubby. He's fabulous. I'll have to give him this chocolate, even though he shouldn't eat it right now too. Look how cute. This is an actual stamp from Lavinia, And they have a YouTube channel too. Yes, they do. Thank you, Sue Person. And Tracy actually on Facebook. Sue, seriously? Well, at least you're a tea person and we can still be friends, because if you're not a chocolate person, how about dark chocolate? So how cute. This is a Lavinia stamp, these hairs. That's so cute. Okay. First thing I got, masks. These are the moon masks. And if you guys follow me, I had created my own ages ago and just cut circle die masks out of acetate and Bristol Strathmore Smooth. So now I actually have the real masks from Lavinia, which are nice. Can you see that? So there's the big one. And you can use either the moon to ink blend around it, or you can use the mask to ink blend inside it. So that's nice. So they have a whole line of stencils. Their first ones were released last summer, and I ordered almost every single one from that release last summer. That was the first time I had ordered from the actual company overseas. And this one was really cute. I thought this would be fabulous, because what better set of stamps other than Lavinia to create a bokeh effect in the background. And so this is one of the newer stencils, and this one is called White Orbs. And I thought this would be fabulous and easy to create a bokeh effect in a background. Okay, then they have a line of mini stamps. The mini stamps. And you guys, these are cheap. These are like $1.99. And you need them for building your scenes and to add little doodads to trees and things. Let me zoom in just a little bit and you can see. These are the little berries. Yep, wild berry. And look how cute this is, the little helicopter. They didn't even put the name on it. I call them helicopters. You know, when you're little kids, you throw them up and they're helicopter down. This is a little lantern, mini lamp. How cute. And this is a berry. And I'll measure these. That's called Blackberry Mini. I'll show you. You got to know size for Lavinia. You definitely want to understand, and of course everything there is measured in centimeters. So when you're ordering, you need to know what size. Like this is a 1/2 inch wide and about almost an inch. About an inch big. So that threw me off. Sorry. I had paperwork I needed to get out of there. So these are mini stamps, but they're not that tiny. They are tiny, but not that tiny. So you have to understand, especially when you're ordering your stamps, like what size the stamps are when you're placing your order. Because I think overseas they like to make bigger cards, like 5 by 7. So you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're ordering. Look how pretty this postcard is. And this is something, you guys have seen me do this with stamps before. I'll use finger daubers or the edge of an ink pad, and I'll do like 2 colors on a stamp or more. So I see Tracy and her design team now using the solid stamps and inking up more than 1 color. So they did that on this postcard with these with the hairs. Isn't that pretty? So just a postcard they stuck in there. Love that. They've been doing that with these fox, actually, also. Some people were doing 2 colors or more on the fox. And this one is called Fox Set 1. I didn't have these. These are from the previous release. So I added those to my order. Ooh, new fairy. So pretty. She is called Wren. W-R-E-N. Wren. This one, you guys. Let's just stop for a moment. Are you okay? This one is Saren. Saren. We're gonna have to stamp her today because she is the reason that I couldn't wait till this came to the United States. Sue says she loves circle stencils. You guys, I see there's more than just Sue on here and my Sue person. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. If you're new, let me know. I know Sue, and Harry Potter's our absolute favorite. You know, we have a chocolate lab named Hagrid because he's big and burly and just like a bull in a china shop everywhere he goes. His name is Hagrid. We love Harry Potter. Yes, it's magical. That's what I love about Lavinia. And then they have trees, and these are great for my scene building. This is the hazel tree. And there's a berry stamp. This one's pretty big, you guys. This one is blackberry. This tells you blackberry is about 4 inches long and 2 1/4 inches wide. So once again, these are wide or big. Now this tree, not so huge. It's not a huge tree. We might have to use this one too. This is the tree of courage, and obviously it's going to go to the right. So it will frame something over here. And I knew it. I got both of them. Sometimes it's really hard. You're like, I don't need 2 trees. Yeah, you do, because look what we can do. We put them together, and then you have a whole canopy over a fairy stamp or something. We can build our scene with both of these. So I bought both, even though that always kills me sometimes. And then what's nice is they included a little teeny tiny stamp extra with them. Okay, these tree stamps are about 4 inches long by about 3 inches wide. Okay, this one, I think this is the thistle. Yep, this is thistle. Oh, look at this one. I love these. This one is called Lilium. Lilium. This is Bramble. Bramble. Here's another fox. Now remember those fox I showed you earlier? They were smaller. See the difference? You can, and normally they're sets with more than one. They're smaller ones. Like this one is from nose to the tip of his tail. He's about 2 1/4, a little bit more than 2 1/4 inches long by about a little over an inch high. But like this one is about 2 inches high by about 3 inches wide. So that's what I'm saying. You'll want to keep in mind the dimensions so that you get exactly what you want when you're ordering Lavinia stamps. Look at the detail on this stamp. Can you see that? How gorgeous is that? Those teeny tiny fine hairs actually stamp with these. This one was from one of the previous releases, but I hadn't gotten it yet, and it has these 2 little stamps. This is called the Floral Wreath. And here's the other thing, and I'll show you this in a second. This is what I love about Lavinia stamps. And like back to this one, if you see this one that I did earlier, if you use VersaFine Clear inks and you stamp out the image, VersaFine Clear inks are a pigment, an oil-based pigment ink. You can watercolor with them. You can use water-based dye inks with them. So I like to stamp with VersaFine Clear ink and then color in with watercolors like my Zig Real Brush markers or my Zig Art markers are what I used for that card I just showed you a second ago. Or you can even watercolor with like your water-based dye ink refills, which my sister watercolors with her Catherine Puller refills all the time. So when these stamps have open areas, they're not just a solid stamp like these. When they have open areas, then that makes it perfect for coloring in. So like the Lilium, that's what I was going to say earlier when we were looking at this. Look how pretty this will be to stamp it and then color that in. And that's what I did back to this one. Like you see the little hanging pods. I stamped it, I believe, in like Warm Breeze, but then I colored it in with my Zig Art markers. And the mushrooms, the same thing. So that's what's great about the Lavinia stamps. They're really versatile in what you can do. This one is called the Lilium Set. And you also see when you buy, this goes back to like the whole thing with the wolves, you know, you're getting, these are a little bit bigger individually. These are a little bit individually smaller. So it just depends on what you want to do to build your scenes. Okay. So, and then there's the fox. Let me see if I have any other comments so that I can be, nope, Sue's the only one other than my Sue person talking to me today. Come on. I know I have other people watching. Say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have any questions about Lavinia Stamps, let me know. And then this one is these are the acetate hill masks. And you guys have seen me tear paper and tear. Come on, people, just say hi. We're all crafty friends, right, Sue? Sue and I will just keep talking. You know, you can tell Sue's a talker like me. You guys have seen me tear paper and create my own Lavinia scenes by tearing the paper, but this makes it super easy by having all these masks already done. So I tell you what, let's stamp a few of these out so you can really see how beautiful these Lavinia stamps are when they're stamped out. And you can also see how some of these work together. Like these are the masks. So if I just wanted to create the ground, and then we have mountains and rolling hills. So we'll use some of those and I'll show you. I might not make a whole card today. And so yes, that my husband says I ramble. He has to tell me to stop. Sue, you were one of those kids that got in trouble for talking in school all the time like me, right? Because I did. Oh, someone said hi. Thank the maker, Diane. Hi, I have most of those stamps. Diane, you're my kind of person. So, well, Diane, do you live overseas in Europe or England or Ireland? Because I'm here in the United States in Tennessee, and I gave up waiting for places to get them here, and I finally had to order them myself. So, what do you guys have something you'd like to see me stamp so you can see how beautiful these stamps are? I can tell you right now that we need to do Saren because she is the whole reason. Oh, no, Diane says she lives in New York. So did you order yours from overseas, or did you find someplace in the United States, Diane, that sells them here? Okay, I am going to use my Misty just because if we don't get the perfect stamp the first time, we know we can re-stamp it. So let's do this the really super easy way. Now remember, this is a new stamp that, let's put my paper in here. I'm going to use Bristol Strathmore Smooth A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we'll put this in here and then we'll know exactly where we should place our fairy. So if we put her right here in the middle, like this, see if we can get her straight. And we might need to condition this stamp since she's a new one. You know, sometimes you need to condition your new stamps. There are 2 places in the US, and I got most from Lavinia and got them super fast. That's awesome. That's what I did. I finally broke down and decided that I was ordering from there. Now these actually look like this is a different material than my previous Lavinia stamps. You can totally tell it's a different material. It's not shiny like the normal photopolymer stamps. This one says these are polymer stamps, which I don't know the difference between polymer and photopolymer, but it says store in a dry place, keep out of direct sunlight and away from bright lights. Avoid contact with solvent-based inks or cleaners. Clean with alcohol-free wipes. Good thing we read that because that's new. I'm pretty sure that's new. And you can tell these feel different than any of the other stamps that I've had before. So they must have gone to a new manufacturing process. So we need to make sure that we don't use solvent-based. I'm wondering if Stays On is a solvent-based ink. I'm not sure, don't quote me. I don't use Stays On very often at all, so we would have to check. I know I use right now Ultra Clean from Hero Arts, and is especially formulated to clean both clear and rubber stamps. and I'm sure it's not a solvent based. I'm sure it's not. So I'm not worried about that. If you use VersaFine Clear Pigment ink, just regular water, which would clean a water-based dye ink, would be fine. But it's not a water's not going to clean VersaFine Clear ink because it's an oil-based pigment. But the Ultra Clean from Hero Arts will clean it just fine. We'll try it and see, but this will be safe on these new polymer stamps. So be aware of that. I think that's new because it feels totally different than my other ones. Let's move this stuff out of the way. And we'll stamp a couple things. I'm not going to be on that long today unless you guys are interested and you want to see more. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's something you'd like to see, or you'd like to, you know, ask me to do something or whatever, let me know. So I don't think we need to condition this stamp. Like lots of times I would run my hand over it or even use a mono sand eraser. I think let's try it and see if it's fine. I'm going to use my Nocturne ink. And let's just go ahead and stamp this fairy and see where it goes. I just re-inked this, so I hope it's not a disaster. So I'm going to go easy here. But it did need to be re-inked. You want to keep your Nocturne, which is the black VersaFine Clear Pigment ink, pretty juicy for these stamps so that you get a really good stamp the first time. Looks like this is going to be pretty magical. Let's see. Are you ready? Oh, my Sue person is doing research, I think, in the background. And he says, polymer and photopolymer are kind of similar, makes sense. But photopolymer reacts to light with a physical or chemical change. Well, it sounds like polymer does too by what they're saying on the back. It says keep out of light and yada, yada, yada. So I like to use my Misty, so that if we don't get a good stamp the first time, we can restamp it, but also because it's got that foam pad in the background and it kind of gives a little when you stamp, and you tend to get, I think, a better impression than like the first time than if I stamped on this harder craft mat. So let's see, are we ready? No, this stamp says it's polymer. It said it was polymer. There we go. First stamp. Now I will tell you, I even like to stamp it again just because right there on her legs, it's not 100% fabulous, but look at the detail on this stamp. That's a first stamping with the Versamark. Look at the detail even in the lamp hook she's got. Look at the detail in her hair and the wings. That's what's so fabulous about Lavinia Stamps. Isn't that beautiful, Sue? I agree. Let's see. Let's hope my paper didn't move. Let's stamp her up one more time and see if we get an even more perfect, solid image. Her legs are the most solid part, so and you also, you guys, this is Strathmore Bristol Smooth paper. It's like a mixed media paper, and it's almost got like it's got a super smooth kind of finish. I like to use it in working with like water-based mixed media kinds of projects because it can really take a lot of abuse, but also give your inks time to transfer from your stamp to your paper. I think sometimes some people stamp so fast and then they pull up the lid or they pull their stamping block away and they don't give the ink time to really transfer to the paper. Look at that. Now that second time made it absolutely perfect. Can you see that? That is stunning. I love it. My paper didn't move, thank goodness, because with all that detail it would have been a mess. So let's take this out. let's zoom in a little. Look at how beautiful she is. Now, I'm going to dry this with my heat gun just for a second. And I tell you, because pigment-based inks stay wet a little bit longer, and especially on this Bristol Strathmore Smooth, because it kind of sits on top of the paper for a second, I do like to dry it in between each step, just so that I don't get any smearing. We've made this beautiful stamped image, and I don't want it to smear when maybe we blend some other inks over it or not. Here's the other thing I like about the oil-based pigment ink VersaFine Clear. I can use my water-based dye inks, for instance, my Catherine Pooler inks, and ink blend over it, and we're not going to have any blending or kind of cross, like, messiness is the best way I can think of. So Diane says she always likes to use her Misty too for these. I do too, Diane. When I have a really juicy VersaFine Clear ink pad, actually lots of times, sometimes, especially in videos, you won't see me use it because I know I'm going to get such a good stamp in the first place that I don't worry about it. Sometimes I'm just in such a hurry. Okay, let's do some ink blending here. I'm going to, let me think. Let's get some masks out. Here we go. Let's do, now I have to tell you, I wish that they also came with the positive and the negative, because there are times that I would like to blend and not kind of like mess up what I've done. You know what I mean? So let's do some mountains in the background, and we're going to do a moon eventually too. So here's what we can do. Let's flip it this way. This is what I was talking about. I can flip it. I can do this, and then we'll flip it the other way to do my sky. So let's do, I need all of these. I didn't have an idea in my head because, like I said, I couldn't even totally remember what we had going on. So let's first do, we need to ground her. I think the number one thing that I see that people don't do in their Lavinia cards that I think is a big mistake is they don't ground their image. They're just kind of floating up here. I'll show you what I mean. They're floating in the, you know, just kind of wherever, and they don't have them grounded, and it doesn't look right. So let's do some little rolling hills in the background here. I'm going to use my Catherine Pooler inks. They're a water-based dye ink, and I love them. Love, love, love my Catherine Pooler inks. By far, my #1 favorite ink choice. And I have blending brushes that I use just for each ink. Here we go. Okay. I'm not sure, I need to label them. So this is Eucalyptus, and actually I'm going to use my green tea first. Green tea, Catherine Pooler ink, and because further away from us is going to look a little lighter, things that are closer are a little bit darker. So I tap my brush in. I'm going to start off the paper and then blend in. I don't want to go too much over her wings, but they are translucent. As far as I'm concerned, we can see through them. So look how easy that mask is. Love it. Now let's ground her a little bit. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, some people, they'll do all their scene building, and then their fairy or whatever their focal point is just kind of floating in the forefront. And it's like, no, 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 no. They have to be grounded, and they need, I like drama, so they need some sort of a shadow. Even if they're in the moonlight, they're going to have a shadow. So first of all, ground them. And then the number 2 trick is give them a shadow. It takes your card, your picture to a whole other level. It makes it look more professional. So ground your fairies, okay? Give them a place that they're standing, that they're sitting, something. Now let's go to green eucalyptus, because this would be a little bit closer. This is a little bit darker, kind of a yellow, more of a yellow green than a blue green. I'm going to put this right at her feet. And I don't really have a plan, you guys, so you might need to help me out and give me some suggestions if you think there's something that we should add or one of these stamps you'd like to see. Now, there we go. See that? See the difference? You have the lighter hills off in the distance. Then we have her actually standing right here, and it's a little bit darker because it's closer. Now let's give her a shadow and you'll really see what I mean. So let's put this mask. These masks make it so easy now. No more tearing paper or any of that. And let's take, I could use my charcoal pencil and a tortillon. We could do something like that and it would make it, I love to shade with that. Or we can just take, let's see, I think I might have, I thought that I had blackjack. Yep, blackjack is one of my favorite Catherine Puller neutral colors. It's a dark gray. So we'll take this and I'm going to take, let's see, a little, oh, we can use one of these, a blending brush. Tap a little bit of color. I might tap a little off into the lid to make sure it's kind of there. And let's go right here where she is. You could use a finger dauber for this. Let's see if we're getting anything. Not much. Let's try. Let's see if I have a charcoal pencil in here. Here's one, and here's a tortillon. I like these Derwent charcoal pencils. This will make it super easy. Look, just put a little bit here, and you can even use your mask if it helps. Do a little bit there, and then take your tortillon and kind of blend it around. And then we can even take it, and I'm not sure, we'll probably do the moon, so maybe just use the side and scribble a little bit, and then use the side of your tortillon and kind of blend that around. And we can do more in a little bit, you know, when we start adding more things. I'm going to use my blending brush even to spread that just a little bit. Now see how we've kind of grounded her a little bit more. It's still not perfect. I'm not thrilled with it yet. Don't get me wrong. This needs a little bit more work, but we're doing it on the fly. So we can always go in and add a little bit more and smooth that out later. I'm just doing this real quickly today. But do you see what I'm saying about grounding her and giving her a shadow? It really changed the look of it, didn't it? Made it look a little bit more real. And let's keep going, and we can add more later. We're gonna need to add something to jazz that up, but you get the idea right now. Now let's use, so those were our acetate hill masks. See how easy that was? Now for this one, I'm going to add it back into, I'm going to clean it so we don't have any ink transfer. I'm just wiping them off with my lint-free rag. And then we're going to use it as a mask when I ink blend the sky. So let's get, remember our moons, our acetate circle masks? Let's open these and we'll do a quick blended sky. So let's see, let's see. Diane says she likes that. So you're using a blending stump to dry blend the pencil. Yes, Sue, I'm using a tortillon, a dry blending stump. Okay, and it did add something. Okay, so here, see how we've got the stencils and then we've got the masks, the circle masks. So we can go very dramatic and let's say the moon is right there, or we can go like right here, maybe the moon's up here, and then also we've got her lantern, so we want to make sure we leave that. I'm going to go for a night sky because it's just always more dramatic and beautiful. And I'm going to put these back in. And you can also, on these masks, or if you have, you know, just a die cut circle like I had, use your Pixi Spray, which is a low tack adhesive, and it holds your stencils down on your paper without making a total mess. And I'm going to spray this on here so that it'll stay where I want it to go. Normally I go outside and spray this, not a big deal, but it's like low tack glue, so you normally don't want to spray this inside. I know some people do, but I normally don't. So I'm just spraying it with that cardboard behind it. Give it a second to dry, and it's going to be sticky, which is of course what you want. Kind of drying it a little bit. But then this holds it down, and it's not so difficult to ink blend over it. Okay, so now I'm going to see, okay, not too bad. I'm going to put that kind of over her in the middle. Oops, now it's sticking, I can't get it up. I'm going to move it over just a little bit and kind of get it in the middle. So there we go. How's that look? Let's see. That's fine. We're not going for perfection today. We're just kind of playing. This is a playing day. Okay, so it would be a lighter color blue around the moon. So I'm going to start out very light. And I think I might make it kind of a brighter blue. I'm going to use All That Jazz from Catherine Pooler. And let's see. Do I have another brush? No, let's use this one. Okay. And I use a light hand to begin with. Let's see how that's doing. Okay. Start on my moon and then go off the moon. And the other thing I like about the Bristol Strathmore smooth paper is it gives you wiggle room. It doesn't totally soak in so you get those big blobs of color right away on your background like you will with like regular cardstock. Because it's got that smooth finish, it gives you a second to manipulate the ink and let it kind of move. I love that. And look, I'm not even holding the stencil, and because of that Pixi Spray, it's staying right there. Now I'm going to get a little bit heavier handed out here off to the side. I don't want to go in my ground. So I'm going to add a good base color there, and then we're going to go in even darker. We might even go in with some Drive-In Catherine Pooler, which is a dark indigo color. I think that would make a beautiful night sky. We'll have to see. So now let's pull our mask again. And was it this one? No. Let me find it. To mask the hills that we already did. Was it this one? I'm not sure if I set it aside or not, but we'll use this one. It'll be, I'm not gonna like that. What did I do with it, you guys? I got so excited I set it to the side and now I don't know where I put it. Oh, it was this one, I bet. because of course I'm making a mess, crafter math. No, that's the same one I had a second ago, but it's okay. We're going to use this just to fill in here, and then we can always go in and fill that in. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. Okay, so there's all that jazz. Now let's go in with some drive-in. Let's see how this looks. I've never tried this. This is new for me. So hold your breath, say a prayer, cross your fingers, all that good stuff. Okay, look at this beautiful blending brush with drive-in on it. This is Catherine Pooler's drive-in. We're gonna go dramatic here. Are you ready? Tap some, I have the lid over here that I'm tapping off on. I'm pulling it in from the sides because I want to keep that beautiful halo effect there right around the moon. But look at this beautiful blue purple color we've got going on. I'm loving that. I will, after this video, I didn't post any of my links for Catherine Pooler. If you're interested in the Catherine Pooler links, inks, I do have affiliate links that if you go shopping, I always appreciate it. If you click my links, it lets Catherine know kind of who inspired you and who referred you. And in 2021, if you're new to me, I'm donating all of my affiliate proceeds to charity. So I really appreciate it. You're donating to charity when you click my links at no cost to you. No cost to you this year. So something fun I'm doing because I just feel so blessed and I want to give back. That is a beautiful color. Look at that. I'm loving that, you guys. So that's the drive-in from Catherine Pooler. Beautiful water-based blendable inks. And I don't hate that we haven't taken this ink all the way down to these hillsides. I had planned on putting some mountains in, but I forgot, to be honest. It's actually kind of like that beautiful kind of lighted effect, kind of the bounce back light. So I'm not hating that right there. I kind of like it. So here's the other cool thing. Because this is an oil-based pigment ink, it's not going to react with water. Catherine Pooler inks are very reactive. I'm going to kind of cover up our grass because I don't want the grass to react, but I'm going to take my Tim Holtz water bottle and let's do some water splatters to just give our night sky a little bit of interest. I'm going to take that water, let it sit there for a second. Here's an ooh and ah moment if you aren't familiar with Catherine Pooler inks. They're very similar to some of the water techniques you can do like with distress inks. And look at that. How's that for a beautiful night sky? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I want to dry this moon off because we'll have transfer. And watch this. Let's peel that off. You have to go gently because of the low tack adhesive we used. Well, hi, Linda Gorman. Look what we're doing. Lavinia Fairy Stamps unboxing. I was so excited when we unboxed these beautiful new fairy stamps from overseas that I thought we'd just stamp a little bit. I wanted to share how magical these fairies are. I know, Linda, I love them too. So this is the brand new release from Lavinia. This is Sarin. Isn't she beautiful? I think she's just stunning. So we just ink blended the night sky with Catherine Pooler inks. And if you want, just for a little bit of something, you can add in a little bit more blue into the middle of the moon. And if you really wanted to add something, sometimes if you guys watch me, you'll see me take like a gray ink like Blackjack and a little round blending brush, like one of these, and tap it in there. I take a lot of the ink off, and then I add in some of those shadows. I don't remember exactly where all of the shadows are on the moon, but this is a made up mystical card, right? So we don't need to be perfect. Sometimes I'll even dab, dab, dab. And then do some blending. I didn't plan on really creating anything, but I got so excited. I thought you should see how pretty these beautiful stamps are. See that? I'm not going to do much more right now. You guys get the idea, right? Just a little bit of shadows there. Something else that we can do is, let's see, let me think. What do we want to do here? Let me think. I might take a little bit, if you have a water brush, now I haven't done this before, so this might be a hot mess. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a water brush somewhere. Or you could just use a paintbrush. I don't know if there's, yep, there's a little bit here. Let's put water here. What I'm trying to do is, I want to pull up, see if I can get some water going. I can't get much water going. Let's use water bottle. I want to pull this color back up right here because I want to color this in. Let me use a piece of paper towel. If you're here, say hi. Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie's here. Okay, there we go. I just moved some of that blue ink. What I'm trying to do is see how I pulled some of this color up because I forgot to mask it because I want to give it like a glowing kind of look. And these inks are so water reactive that it lets me pull it back up and basically kind of erase it. I wondered if you were taking a nap, Bonnie. Bonnie had physical therapy today, and I thought she might be tired because sometimes those physical therapists can wear you out. So now let's let that dry for a second, and let's stamp some other things while we're waiting for that to dry. And this is how, when you aren't sure if you need all those extra doodads, you do, from Lavinia, because you guys, it's magical. They're just spectacular. Let me dig through our pile here and see what we might want to do. Let's see, we have the bramble and we have the thistles, and then we have the liliums, don't forget those, and we have tree branches. Oh, and we have these blackberries. So I say, to make it easy, I'm not going to color anything in today. We're going to use one of these. Let's see. Let's use these brambles, and maybe she's under. I know, aren't they? Oh, Bonnie says thistles. Okay, Bonnie, we'll do thistles then, since you're here. What do you mean, Diane? You need to make a face. What? Tell me, explain to me what you mean. Okay. Ooh, so here we go. Here's this new one. I have a pile going. I'm so excited about all these. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Well, now we've got more people. Say hi if you're new. Oh, Brittany's here now too. Hey, girl. I know. I got so excited. Brittany, you'll have to go back and watch. Okay, some of these stamps are really big and long, you guys. So if they hang off the edge of my big stamping block, that's okay, because I'm only using them kind of over the edges and around right now for this. So Uh-oh, my Sue person came in to write me a note on my whiteboard, so I don't know what's going on. What? Oh, he's saying, make sure I read my comments. Because there's someone here from Holland. How exciting. Tell me how to pronounce your name. Is it Jolanda? Or are the J's silent in Holland? I'm not sure. You have to forgive me. Yolanda? Is it Yolanda? I'm not sure. Hello from Holland. Yay. Thanks for joining us. I'm so excited that we have... So do you like Lavinia Stamps too? Because I know they're really big in Europe and internationally. So let's see, you guys. Let me... I'm trying to think. What color do we want our brambles or our thistles? I'm going to use Twilight. Let's see how Twilight. It's kind of a really, really dark blue. So let's... Ooh, that's going to look pretty. Let's see how this looks. It might not even be enough. We might want to go with something even darker. I'm not sure. Oh, she says yes, very much. That's awesome. So let's... Ooh, I like it when we kind of take them in this way. So, yes, Twilight, Bonnie says. Give your ink a second to transfer. Don't just stamp and then pick it up right away. Ooh, look at that. That was a good choice. Love it. And look, didn't even have to condition this new stamp. Of course, pigment inks, sometimes you don't have to condition anyway on stamps. They kind of do their own thing and work right away without conditioning them just because of the pigment-based ink right there. Because of the nature of the solution. Okay, sometimes I'll do a second generation stamp. It looks nice because it'll look like, you know, you have some depth. And so second generation stamping is good too, but you have to be careful. If half of it's going off the page, it'll kind of mess up. It'll look funky if you stamp a second generation and part that was hanging off the page kind of shows up. It'll be darker in some spots and lighter in others. So this is where the dramatic effect comes into play by using these other kind of fauna stamps from Lavinia. I love these extra ones because they're so pretty. They really are. So now she's under a canopy. Doesn't that look pretty? And then lots of times I just wipe off my stamp. I'm not the best at cleaning my stamps, you guys. I'm kind of messy that way. So sometimes I just wipe it off. Now, if I go to use it again and I can tell that it's got like this, you know, bluish ink on it, and let's say I wanted to use red, well then, or yellow, I'd clean it off. But, so you see how it changes everything? Well, Diane, see, there you go. I know, just leave it to me. I'm the biggest enabler out there. So Yolanda says, I am so, let's see. I missed some of what she said somewhere. Yes, very much. So I got on and surprise, you're live. Surprise, Brittany, here I am. Doing an unboxing. So let's see then. I'm afraid, you guys, that these liliums are going to be a little too much. Oh, Diane says Tracy doesn't clean hers either. Well, then see, there we go. I'm afraid I'm not going to like that. And these trees are actually going to, they're going to look little right now with her right there. So, trying to think. Let's see if I have something else maybe. Let's see what I've got for down here. It just so happens I have a whole bunch back here. Now we just need to find something. Let me find an extra little piece here. Let me pull this over. Give me just a second to look. What can I add in for like some ground flowers. Normally I have these all organized, but when we moved, I think everything fell out, and so I haven't kind of organized and cleaned everything up. So give me just a second. We'll add something in. No trees now. We could have added trees to the background, but we won't do that now. Let me just see what I've got to fill in here. Okay. And then we're going to wrap this up because we've been on an hour, and I just really wanted to do the unboxing, but I got so excited, I figured you guys wouldn't mind doing some stamping too. And I really appreciate everybody who jumped on, and maybe if you're new, and I appreciate it, especially if you're new, or if you're not new and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel. Oh, Yolanda loves the mini fox. Me too. I just got them. If you missed the beginning, you'll have to go back and watch. If you have not subscribed to me yet, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to grab a different color here. I'm going to grab some greens. I'll be right back. So I would really appreciate it if you go and you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you subscribe, then you will get notifications every time I do go live. I'm going to see which color I like here. And I think these will work. Let's test this and see if I want this color. This is the Rainforest. Let me see. I have this one here that I was making sure that my ink pad was inked up really well. Let's see if we like this color. Rainforest Versifying Clair. What do you think? I think that'll look good. Let's go with that. We're not going for perfection here today. We're just having fun and playing, right? So this is Rainforest, and let's just see what we think about these. There we go. She needed some other kind of foliage. She looks like she's kind of hidden in between the reeds there. We'll do a second generation stamp. And where'd that go? Let's do another second generation here. One more. There we go. Now, if we were doing a full scene, if I wanted a perfect card, I would mask this off and I would do another layer of something. I forget, you know, I don't know what I'd pick, but I'd do some sort of other greenery kind of in the background to add a lot of depth and dimension into the scene. But we're not going to do that right now. We don't have time, and I just wanted to get on and unbox and show you things, and then, you know, just kind of share my excitement. And if Lavinia is new to you, I need to clean this table off, kind of share some fun things, let me know. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a while. on this afternoon. And well, it's afternoon here. I'm not sure since we have people from all over watching. I appreciate if you go watch my other videos, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up. There are a couple of videos in there that I'm going to be honest, they're not my favorite, but I left them up. They were not, you know, sometimes we do things and things just don't turn out the way we planned or the way we hoped, and one of them's a hot mess, but I haven't taken it down because I just figured I'd leave it up and we'll let it stand, and people will let me know if they don't like it. Let's see. These are my blending brushes, and I am going to, let's dry it. One way I like to finish, two things I like to do. I love to outline my fairies with like a Stardust gel pen. Makes all the difference in the world. That's one little thing. And then I like to go around the outside with my Nocturne ink and frame it, or another color. Depends on what you're going for. First, I wanted to dry it. Like I said, it stays wet sometimes on here. So, a couple little things. And then you can also use a white gel pen or the Stardust pen to add little dots in your sky for stars and things like that. I have not used this blender brush in a long time, so might need a lot of ink here. Good thing I re-inked my ink pad. And it's a large one, so it's really going to go, like, really move into our card. So sometimes I like to use a smaller blending brush for that. But it does look good to finish your card by going around the outside and ink blending in. If you'd like to see some better videos with Lavinia Stamps, definitely go check out some of my other ones. The ink blended background one I think is pretty much like the most watched favorite one of mine. Also the dramatic ink blending background with the wolf. You'll see the wolf in the thumbnail. That one's a good one. And those are definitely much better full videos. You know, this one we were just playing today, so it's not the best example, but it's fun to just get together and do that unboxing. And I'll be sure and let you know when I know of some companies here in the United States who have these in stock. There we go. Let's zoom out. There you go. What do you think? It still looks great, doesn't it? That is the new fairy Saren. Saren, isn't she beautiful? And one thing we didn't do was ink blend a little bit of yellow in there also for her light. I'm looking for here's my Stardust pen. I like to go around the outside of their face. Any place that would have a highlight, and you might not be able to see it in this video, but definitely finish your cards with these special kinds of little touches. I don't know if you can see that there, but those are the things like shading under her, adding in the outline of like the moonlight. Those are the little things that really make a difference. Thank you. I do too. Thanks, everybody. So, yes, Brittany, the drama. You know I'm all about the drama. So, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me for an hour this afternoon. I hadn't even planned on being on an hour, but I was so excited. So, Lavinia Stamps, watch for more. We'll do another live soon. I was just so excited I wanted to do the unboxing. You guys, thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. If I don't see you over the weekend, have a great weekend. And, I think I'm going to start trying to go live on YouTube, maybe on Tuesday nights, and Thursday nights are 8 o'clock Eastern time are my Facebook lives. So you can always catch me there too. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. Have a great day and a great weekend. Talk to you later. And Sue, thank you for my card and my tea. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.